How's it going, guys? It's Antomy here, and we are back with another Sims 4 speed build. This one is I found a photo which I kind of got inspired off. It was called an Italian, is it Modern Italian Farmhouse? So it's another farmhouse, guys. I'm assuming it is. I'm not a farmhouse expert. It's just, I looked at a photo and led me onto a website and it's called Farmhouse. But yeah, as you can tell, we're actually starting just straight into the furnishing and the interior, because I started building this on a smaller lot, so I was like, I need to move this on a slightly bigger one. I think it's like 30 by 30, this one. But then when I moved it, I stopped recording, and then when I was starting to build again, I completely forgot. So yeah, I didn't get to record the exterior, the majority of it, so I just thought, why not start inside? You can see screenshots, yeah, and at the end too. So if it sound a bit, I guess, tired, I've literally just woke up. But yeah, it's really nice. It's got that massive, I think it's off, I should know this, it's pretty obvious, it's off that movie Stuff Pack, that's it, yeah. And this house is massive. I was struggling, and my nose is blocked too, Jesus. I was struggling to even furnish this because it's just so big. It was massive, and it's just it has 3 bedrooms, and it has a spare bedroom downstairs which goes off from the living room. It's a bit of an odd floor plan, I've got to say, but it's just how it works. And upstairs, I don't really know which ones, because both of them are large, both the bedrooms are quite large, and both of them has one that has a walk-through wardrobe we have to walk through to get to the bedroom, and the other one has a study that goes right off it, which is an interesting layout, I gotta say. But each bedroom's pretty big. There's one probably much bigger than the other. But yeah, we're on to the kitchen. I kind of struggle with this one, especially the massive windows. Where I could have kept it. Sometimes I do keep, say if I've got massive windows, I've got counters or cabinets over it, I just think, it's fine. It doesn't matter too much. It's just The Sims. But I decided to actually put in smaller windows. Just so you can actually, it just looks better in a sense. And I have to use these massive doors, because if I use the smaller doors, it just looks a bit, the door looks really just a hole in the, well, it is a hole in the wall, but it looks like a tiny hole in the wall. So I have to use these massive windows. I set up one room upstairs where I couldn't find a door that kind of fit, that was this height. I noticed when I was building with this, I think it's medium height, that there's no single tile doors. I think there might, yeah, there's 2 tile doors. I could have used one of those, but at the same time, those were front doors and back doors, so it just wasn't working for me at all. Yeah, so this is the dining room here. It's very black and white, very greys. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave this off here. Or actually, I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna do today. I always do this. I always say, some people even mention in the comments, always say, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna leave off here," and then I carry on. I'm gonna talk a bit longer. So, what I'm gonna do. So I've just woken up. It's 8. Just gone 8 AM. Gonna have my breakfast and stuff. Gonna meet up with my mate today because it's Saturday for me. I should have this out tonight. Should, as long as everything goes to plan today, I should be able to have it out tonight. We're gonna see a film. We're gonna see the new Men in Black. I know a lot of people are just a bit because when I first heard about it, I was a bit iffy about it. Just because it doesn't have the same actors, it doesn't have Will Smith and whatever the other guys. I never knew his name. But this time it has it has Chris Hemsworth in, which I quite like him from 4, or Endgame. In Endgame he was fat for. And it has some other, it has a instead of another guy, it's a girl, which, you know, it kind of brings it a bit more in the modern times. Plus, it's international. It's in the name. So I watched an interview about it, and they go around the world, or like I think it's all different deserts, and maybe they even go to China. So I'm going, you know, being open up, gonna give it an open mind, and I'm gonna see it if I see it standard seating, I would see it as for free, because I've got like cinema card for this particular cinema. But I'm thinking we're gonna see it in IMAX if my mate wants to, because I just have to pay £5, and it's a massive. I went to see X-Men Dark Phoenix in IMAX, and the screen took up most of like 99% of the wall, and it was massive. Like usually it's a lot smaller. Like it's still massive, like the normal cinema screen, but it is a lot smaller. I think I've never really noticed the size, because every time when I go IMAX, it's included in like what we call the gallery. It's like VIP. If my mate's watching this, I don't really explain it to them, but yeah, like the VIP section where you go up to the top level of I think it's top level cinema, or like, you know, top level that people can go to, like people that buy tickets. And then there's a bar, and there's free nachos, popcorn, free soft drinks. You can buy alcohol, but it's bloody expensive. It's like £7 for just like, I think it's like £6 for like just a glass of cocktail, and just like you can get that cheaper elsewhere. And then you go in the cinema screen, you sit in the back, which is quite good, and you get a lot of leg space, and you can put your feet up if you want. And if you're on the front like row of the back area, but yeah, I've never really went to see IMAX in a normal seating, but I loved it when I see Dark Phoenix. And that's another, I think that was a pretty decent film, Dark Phoenix. I just went in there when I watched it. I went in to see it by myself, and I thought it was decent. I just went in there thinking, oh yeah, it's just another X-Men film, because at the moment, how many X-Men films is there? Like, if you've seen it before, you probably know what I mean. But it's like, it started off like, I think there was 3 or 4 original films. So if I'm wrong, you can correct me if you want, because it was like I was a kid when they came out, or I was a teen, so I can't remember. And then they kind of reset the timeline on like the 5th one. I think there was like Days of Future Past. That was pretty good. And now it's all the young people and young Charles Xavier. And but Sophie Turner was good in the new one. I enjoyed that. Some people thought she was, you know, crap. But I thought it was half decent. I enjoyed it. Like, I felt like the build up to the ending could have been better, because they had like a lot of build up to it. It's like one of those where they build up all the way for the film, and the ending, it's a little bit disappointing, but I mean, it's still half decent if you understand. Like, you expect something bigger than what actually happens, but I still enjoyed it. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I'm hoping this new Men in Black film will be decent. I've heard it's like heavy on like CGI, but I mean, a film can be heavy on CGI and still be, you know, still be good. Like Avatar, before Endgame came out, I knew Avatar was like that made the most money, and like, you don't even have to see Avatar to know that it's big green people. It's literally like the film's like 70% CGI or even more, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, because you got the world which is all CGI, and then you only see like people and the real world a little bit. So I mean, if it's heavily dependent on CGI, if there's loads of CGI aliens, but they do it well and it doesn't look crap, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be decent, like the CGI anyway. And it's got Chris Hemsworth. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think that's his name. And so I'm looking forward to season 4 in a Men in Black film. But yeah, I've spoke. Oh, Jesus Christ, yes guys, I've spoke today. No, I've talked half about the build and half about films, basically. So yeah, we're going in the back garden. I didn't really know what to do in the back garden. So I decided to just do a pool and like these little benches. I guess this is like a family, it's sort of like a family home, and it's good for parties because there's a lot of space. I mean, you could just have like a couple and a kid here, like a teen or a normal kid, and then you could have you could convert the spare bedroom into like another study off the living room, or you could just keep it as a spare bedroom in case, you know, you might have like a granddad or a nan or something. Yeah, so here's the house. I love this house. It's very unique to what I usually build on the outside. The inside, a little bit not as unique. I decided to scale up those paintings. You can see the shadows a bit, but I wanted something to fill up those walls. I had trouble there. It's a bit space, like it's for my taste, it's a little bit maybe too spacious. I just didn't know what to fill up a lot of the space because it's massive. Like, I'm used to building such small houses, and when I was doing this I was like, I don't have a Scooby. But yeah, I guess it's one of those houses where you can move in and you can personalize it and all that jazz. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video, and make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more, and hope you all have a nice day, and goodbye.